Welcome back, fans of all things Disney. It has been quite a few weeks since we've done a video, so we figured there were a couple of pin packs that arrived in the mail today, two of my absolute favorites, so we figured we would go ahead and we would open those on camera for you. Also, it's been quite a while and we have collected a number of pins, either through pin trading or just purchases on eBay or presents from Christmas. So included in this video, we'll just do a quick run through of where our collection stands to date. If you remember, just about 2 months ago, we had a rather pitiful collection, just a handful of pins. And as I'm sure you'll see, as I said in that initial video, I don't really do things in any small sense. So we have been collecting and collecting and collecting and having an awful lot of fun, and we would love to share that with you. We'll go ahead and we'll start with the Mickey Icon pack. We'll go ahead and get those open and share with you what those look like. Okay, so out of our little pack here, let's see what the first one is. Hoping it's one we don't already have. And the very first one is Minnie Mouse. Perfect. We do not have this one, so we will add that to the collection. Adorable. Our second one, let's see here, please keep that going, is, oh my gosh, it's Goofy. So that is another one that we needed to add to the collection. Fantastic. Third, let's see what it is. This, I can't get over this. This is fantastic. So it looks like this is a Pinocchio pin. We do not have that one either. This is an absolutely great pack because now we have 3 that we haven't had before. And we have a Pluto, which I do have Pluto. Yes, I do have Pluto. So that'll go into the trading pile, but still very cool to get that one. And lastly, let's see here. We have a Mickey, 4 out of 5 that we didn't have before this. So that's just fantastic. That's outstanding. I'm very excited to have those. All right, so the next pin pack is going to be the ear pin pack. And we still need about 8 of these. So hopefully we get a nice assortment in here as well. That first set, that Mickey Icon set, it was fantastic. 4 out of 5 that we hadn't already had. So that was a wonderful pack to get. Let's see what we get here. Very first one. Let me take a look at my little key here and see. I think this is one that we already have. It's hard to tell on the package. So we'll check that out. There are the 2 gear ones. I don't really understand the difference between them. So I'll take a look. Then we have Maleficent, which I already have her, but we'll put that into our trading pile. Oh, I don't have this one. This is the Minnie Mouse Bride pin. Very cute, very cute. And Lady, but we do have Lady, so she'll go into the trading pile, I guess. Got quite a few traders in this one. And Jasmine, we already had Jasmine, so that will also go into our trading pile. So now that we have those pins open, I'm gonna go ahead and put them into my pin binder. I just bought a pin binder when we were down there at Christmas time, just because it seemed like it was a little bit easier to hold onto the pins as opposed to have them in frames all over the house. And I figure while I'm doing that, I might as well just go ahead and share with you the whole collection that we have gotten to date and share a little story about a couple of them as we go along the way. One of the things that I quickly realized as I started this new hobby of mine is that, you know, I needed a better way to hold on to the pins. So we went ahead and we purchased a pin binder and extra sleeves, but I still don't have enough room for all of them. So this page is, it is awaiting another binder. I ran out of pages in the binder that I had purchased, but we'll just kind of go through some of them. Some of these we purchased and we've done some different unboxings. This one here I traded with a cast member. And I'm really only going to keep the ones that I like, as I think most people do. These were both trades with cast members. But then this one came from an eBay set that I just happened to like the pin. So did this one. This one we purchased off of eBay. And of course, this was one of the ones that came out of a blind bag that I was very excited to get. So we'll just keep some of the ones that we like, even though they might not be completing a collection. They are just absolutely adorable and we want to keep them. This one here I did trade with a cast member for, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's an Eiffel Tower, and what they tell me is it comes from Disneyland Paris, and that's the only Eiffel Tower one that I have to date. But lots of stitch pins. Anytime I see a stitch pin on a cast member, I am grabbing it because I do enjoy stitch. We also started to collect the Kingdom of Cute collection, and I was so excited because we got the Dole Whip. That was the one that I wanted the most. But then the Teacup ride is my daughter's favorite ride, so we do have that. Then there's also Dumbo and, of course, Sword in the Stone. So I only have 4. My daughter has a few of these as well, and none of them were duplicates, so we lucked out there, but I still have 4 of those to collect. When we went to the Character Warehouse on Black Friday, they had these Haunted Mansion sets. I want to say they were something like $4.99 or $5.99 a box, and there were 2 pins in each box, and they were the mystery ones. So we grabbed several sets of those. I gave my daughter a couple, and I kept a couple for myself because they are my husband's favorite ride, the Haunted Mansion ride. And they are glow in the dark, so I figured for that price, that's a nice thing to add to the collection. And then they had this little pin here, this Questier. I have to do a little bit of research as far as what this is, if this is continuing on, but it looked like it might be something that you would receive after you finished a pin activity of some sort in the park. And they had that at the outlet for 99 cents. And then this little one we actually just got. It was also in a set. I want to say it's the Smiles or the Grins set, and they had those at the Character Warehouse as well. So we purchased a few sets of those, and out of all of those, this was the only one that I really wanted. The rest went into our trading pin box. All right, so now we'll go ahead and we'll dive into the actual binder itself. And as I said, it is kind of over full, so I had to go to pulling a couple of the pages out, and then I will have to get another binder. But I have on the very first page, I went ahead and I put my year pins, which I'm still lacking quite a few of those. I need to do a little bit of looking online to find some for all of the years that we weren't pin collecting. And then on the next set of pages, I have all of the different resorts that we have stayed at. Some of these pins we purchased when we stayed at those resorts. Others, this set here, they had at the Character Warehouse. I want to say they were $4.99 for a box of 2, and they were, of course, the mystery pins. But we have stayed at all of those different resorts. So I went ahead and lined the page with those. Our newest one, we just stayed at Port Orleans Riverside. So let me see if I can find that one here. And of course, it's the very first one, so that's nice. And I do have to say, even though we're Vacation Club members and we typically stay in those accommodations, I really did enjoy Port Orleans Riverside. It was a beautiful place to stay, and we were allowed to take our dog with us. And then down here on the bottom, I have the pins for the resorts that we have not yet stayed at. And we have not yet stayed at Vero Beach or the Grand Californian, although I have walked through the lobby there and it's gorgeous, or Bay Lake Tower. So I think Bay Lake Tower is going to be on our list for 2018. Our next page are all of the Run Disney medals. I'm going to put all of the princess ones up here. So far I only have the 10K from last year pin. I didn't get any of the pins yet from the half marathon I had run the year before, but I saved a spot right in this area because in February I am running the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon, so I'll end up with 4 pins because when you do the 10K and the half marathon, it's considered a challenge. So we'll go ahead and put those in there, but I do have my ones from the Disneyland half marathon weekend from 2016 right in here, and then of course the virtual running short. On our most recent trip, my husband and I had a little bit of a date night. So we went ahead and we purchased these cute little matching lapel pins. I, of course, wore the I'll Be Your Minnie, and he wore the I'll Be Your Mickey. And if you know my husband, you'll know that that is a wonderful concession on his part. He's not a very goofy guy. He's pretty serious, but he was more than willing to do that, which I appreciated. And then of course I went ahead and I put our annual pass holder pins that I purchased off of eBay because we were annual pass holders this year for the first time. It kind of fulfills a bucket list item for me. I had to have those. And then our Mickey Mouse is a Jedi, as Luke Skywalker pin there. On this page, I went ahead and I put any of the icons. The top set are, of course, the cast member icons, and most of these either came out of eBay lots or I traded with other cast members for them. And what was really nice, I have a teenage son and a teenage daughter, and both of them were great sports about trying to find pins for moms. So a couple of those came from them. Then, of course, the Mickey icon character pins, which I just opened. I think it was 4 that we added to this collection. So you can see here, you can see we've got Goofy and Minnie and Mickey, and then also Pinocchio. I went ahead and added those in. We are almost complete with that set. And then the ear hat collection, I was wrong when I was opening them. I did not have Lady in my collection. I have one of the, I'm assuming that this is one of the Dalmatians, I'm not sure, but it wasn't on the back of the pin bag, so I don't know if there was another series to that particular set, but I'm going to have to do a little bit of work. And I did not have this particular ear hat with the gears, it was the other one that I had. So out of both of those pin sets that I opened, there were only 3 that were doubles, so I was very lucky. 3 out of 10 were doubles. And those will go into the bag that I have for trading. This is one of my favorite pages in the book. I put all of the Disney food items, pins that I'm trying to collect. I want to say that the cupcake collection is complete at this point because they all came carded. So I do have what I believe is the full collection, but we'll see. And then there's the donut collection. I don't have very many of those yet, but I do have 6 of them. Very cute. You know, you have your Stitch and your Daisy and a Dalmatian and Tinkerbell and Goofy and, of course, Sorcerer Mickey. And then down here I have just 2 lonely candy apple pins. And I think those are probably my absolute favorite set. And for whatever reason, I was having a hard time finding those to trade with cast members. So I'm going to have to be extra vigilant in February when we go back. Really interested in looking for some. Was the 28 in Maine set, and I did purchase 2 boxes of those, and my goal is to hold on to a back of each of the sets, the back of the box of each of the sets, so that I can mark off the ones that I have. But our puppy got a hold of the pin sets, and there was absolutely nothing left. But the pins were saved, and of course there's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, there's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, and I forget the name of the ride, and I know it. I've been on it many times, but it's eluding me right now. But I do enjoy that one. Tom Sawyer's Island and Big Al. So Casey's Corner is probably the one that I'm looking forward to getting out of that set the most. Then I really like the Adventure is Out There set with the hot air balloons. So far, this is all that I have, though. We've opened a few boxes, lots of doubles so far in the boxes I've opened. My daughter is building a nice collection of that as well. And then these are the little locks that had started coming in those eBay lots that I purchased, and I just thought they were really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and look for those as well. There are many of them, and so far I only have a few. So that was it for our update on our pin collection. So far we've had an awful lot of fun, and when I say we, I really mean me. My children are, they are more than willing to help me to look. And when I say more than willing, I really mean there are only a few grunts and groans when I ask them to go and ask to trade with somebody. My husband has been wonderful about it. When we were there on our date night at Epcot, whenever he found a pin kiosk, he would bring me over and see if there was something that I hadn't seen. So he's really allowing me and indulging me in my new kind of passion with Disney pin trading. So that's a lot of fun. So that is the update on our collection, and hopefully now that I am back into the mode of just creating the videos and posting them, I will just keep you updated so we won't have to walk through that binder again. But each time I do get some pins, I will try to do an opening for you so that you can see it and you can see how we're updating ourselves. Until the next video, until we see each other again, I wish you the absolute most wonderful new year and nothing but happiness. So until the next time, bye-bye.